What's up YouTube, this is Tubedigga. In this video I'm going to show you how you can turn your Akai MPC Live into a synthesizer. So how do we get the Akai MPC Live, which is a sampler, to behave like a synthesizer? Well, it's really easy. We just need a key group program. So I've currently got my first track set to key group program. And I'm going to load in a sample. So I'm going to press and hold shift, press menu. So let's choose a voice. Let's have a look at this.
Tony Blair has punched a man who threw an egg at him. In his speech, he said Labour had tried to be a focus for more violent episodes.
Yep, that's Tony Blair. So let's go to sample edit. And there you go.
Tony Blair has punched a man who threw an egg at him. In his speech.
So you see this little tiny section here in between the words that this newscast is saying. I'm literally going to take that. I don't know why, I just fancied it. Like I say, it really doesn't matter where you select. I'm going to discard everything around it. Now I'm going to normalize it so we've got a decent level. It's not essential because it will be quite loud anyway. So even that's far too big. We only need a tiny section. So I'm going to go into this middle bit where it's a little bit louder. And that'll do. Discard. So now let's go to the program editor. Now we're in our key group program, samples, and I'm going to choose that sample in layer 1. So it's completely unrecognizable now. Let's set the pad to loop. Now that can be used as an oscillator already. Got plenty of range with this sample. So we can adjust the pitch of this in a few different ways. We can either use the individual layer semitone control. It's not just changing the pitch, it's actually changing the texture quite considerably. So let's turn that right down. That could easily be used as a drone, put a filter on it maybe and some effects. But you start getting all these weird, buzzy, warped artifacts as you start pitching the sample up. That's quite nice. So you can probably hear that even just one semitone difference introduces different textures to that sound. We could also adjust the semitones of the entire program. And just changing those gives you an idea of the flexibility of the MPC Live when used as a synth. We can modulate that with LFO, and we've got our Qlinks and all the other tricks that we can apply to that. Let's just return that to its base level there. The other way that we can affect the pitch of this sample is by adjusting the length of it. Let's see what happens when we adjust the endpoint. So I'm going to use my second bank of Qlinks and the bottom knob to adjust the endpoint. Okay, that's fine as it is. I'm going to adjust the semitones again. So we've got a nice buzz in there. Now I'm going to put the same sample on the second layer. Beautiful, if you like that sort of thing. I do. And there you go, we've got something that's pretty decent. I quite liked it when it was a bit more discordant, so I'm going to try it and dig around and find a bit more of an interesting texture. So we can also adjust the panning of those two layers. So let's just move those to the left and right. I'm going to put the first one slightly left and the second one slightly right. Now let's adjust the envelope. Let's add a bit of filter, bit of envelope. Who needs a Yamaha DX7 when you've got an Akai MPC Live? So that's the basis of it. We could go on forever adjusting all these parameters, getting different textures. So let's do a little bit of that. That's what I'm talking about. So I'm now going to go to menu, Qlink edit. So it's kind of limited as to what you can use in the Qlinks, which is a shame. If this was a drum program, we'd have access to all the individual pad parameters. But it's unfortunate because we haven't got that real-time control with the Qlinks now, which would be really handy. So it seems to be just a case of setting the synth up using the looping oscillator like I've shown you and just getting it to sound as good as you can there. What else can we do? Maybe let's set the LFO to control the pitch. Okay, so that's nice. So can our Qlink affect that, I wonder? Very nice. Let's see if that works for us. Oh yeah. So this is literally just the amount of LFO that's going to the pitch of the sample that I've automated. So obviously you can start with your sound, which might sound interesting in the first instance, but this obviously takes it up into the audio rate when you've got that really high. And we've not even touched upon the different wave shapes for that LFO. Let's have a listen to what they sound like. Yeah, I mean, some lovely random weird squelchy stuff happening there. So just a subtle bit of pitch automation with the wave set to noise gives a really nice subtle bubbly kind of warbly effect. Great. And get all that lovely stuff going on. Crazy. Anyway, I'm not going to do any more. There's millions more things that you could do with this. We've not even touched an effect at all. We've literally just changed the envelope, messed about with the LFO on the pitch, set up those looping samples. The Akai MPC Live blows any other Groovebox out of the water. I'm going to make that claim now just because it can do this so well. It's got all the sample layers and the polyphony, it's got the sequencer, it's got everything else, and I'm going to take back what I said about what machine is best out of the Akai MPC Live and Octatrack. This is my own personal opinion, please don't get offended, but this is why I think the Akai MPC Live is immense. The Octatrack is a fantastic machine, but the lack of polyphony, the lack of drum layering, I love so many different types of music, and this machine allows me to make all those different types of music. Follow Uncle Tubedigga and you will get the most out of your Groovebox. The MPC Live, portable, and it does most of the other things that Mpc X does. This is why I think this machine is the one. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Go and make some nice synthesizers. Enjoy yourselves. Please like, share, subscribe. Have a cake, have a biscuit. This is Tubedigga, and I'm out.